Hey guys, so before we get into the video for today, I thought I'd talk about a new attachment that I bought. Picked myself up a used Grapple, a little bit bent, a little bit used and abused, but fits the tractor really well. I ended up just hooking it to the rear remotes, and then it runs right off of my stick next to my main lever for the bucket. Been messing around with it, trying rocks and moving stumps and moving basically anything, boulders. Been filling up a driveway. I think the biggest I've picked up is about a 3 foot diameter rock there. Great for brush, like perfect for brush. Only issue I had is when you pick up a rock kind of in the center like that, is it starts to bend it, and it bends pretty damn easily.
Hello once again. So today came out here and kind of still in that limbo like we were talking about. Not much we can do, but where we're planning on building the house here, we had a whole bunch of stumps and whatnot that we had to cut down. So bust out the really old 266 Husqvarna, our stump and saw, so to speak. Yeah, came through, and we had the guys, when they cut them, we had them leave it all like, I don't know, about 18 inches to 2 feet high, because I wasn't sure if I wanted to rip them out with the tractor or if I wanted to cut them. So now, about a year and a half, 2 years later, we thought about it and figured that we would cut them all, because then that way we can hopefully just maybe fill it in a bit and not tear it up too badly. Pretty sure that it's going to make it worse if we try to actually rip them out. So we just cut them off fairly low. We didn't dig them down too much, but they're all pretty rotten now anyway. They should just disappear into nothing, which will be perfect. But yeah, so we just went along in here, and so we got a big pile of kind of junky, probably just keep it for bonfires and whatnot. But yeah, we just came through here, and I want to say we cut probably 30 to 40 stumps down. And then once we finished the stumps, there was a bunch of these other trees up here. I think I'd mentioned in another video. And I went through, I just cut them all into 8-foot lengths. These are all totally fine still. Cut down 2 other live jack pine that got missed when the guys were in here cutting. And then I have just the tops of them I just cut into firewood length and whatever, and probably gonna give that into the bonfire pile. But yeah, haven't actually showed this part yet. So this is where we're planning on putting the house. So it's all solid bedrock, overlooks the pond. Probably gonna move the camper so we don't have to look at that. Yeah, nice little scenic spot. This is that horseshoe pond we talked about. This is the other side of it, so it loops around and then it goes all the way back in there where I showed you guys before. But yeah, we've just been kind of slowly picking away at just digging out all the mud and sand and whatever's in all these cracks. Little stones. Got some piles down there, bigger stones. So it's sort of like a staircase, the rock here. If I go to the very far corner, and I look kind of up the hill. So this will be our lowest corner. So the house is going to be from up there. It's going to come across to about here and down. So in the front, it's going to be like 2.5 stories, because it'll be kind of like a walkout crawl space, so to speak. We're going to have an entry door underneath the deck, and then probably where we have this low spot, we're going to fill it all in, and then probably put a bunch of our utilities and whatnot down there. But yeah, we've just been clearing this with the tractor with the little mini hoe on it, and then I bought a Princess Auto Special 3-inch trash pump, so a water pump, and we just toss it in the pond, run the hose. Bought a fireman nozzle, and we just been blasting out all the gravel, and it did a pretty good job. I mean, most of this is pretty well cleaned up. There's still some spots, like the hole down there still has a bunch of gravel and whatnot in it, but don't know exactly how much we want to take out. Yeah, I got all this cleaned up, and yeah, coming along pretty well. Going at it bit by bit. We got a bit more down here, because somewhere in here, yeah, we're thinking of kind of following the front of the ridge through here, down, and then back up this way. So it'd be a concrete footing all the way around, and then logic blocks all the way around to make the walls, and build up from there. Have a nice view the one way, and the other way is gonna face, so the living room's actually gonna face out into the woods, and that's mainly because that is south. And since we're gonna be off-grid with solar power, at least our goal is to go solar, and wood boiler system with a backup generator, we'd like to have as much of the sun power come in through the living room to just warm up the whole house. And then in the summertime, we don't have to worry too much about running the air conditioner, because with the panels running in the summertime, you get lots of light, and you should be able to run the AC pretty much 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and it won't even eat into the batteries charging, because there'll be so much power. But in the winter, when it's cloudy and you're trying to keep it warm, that's where you want to have all that nice sun power. But yeah, we still got a lot of little details to figure out here, but thought I'd kind of show you guys what we're doing.